a bridge between self-help positive thinking success advice and formal psychology, or is it all BS? Chapter 1. Does psychology success self-help help anyone light a fire for their lives? Think of mental health as a capitalist industry. A mental health phony has to make money. First they had psychotherapy. They said your problem was that you repressed painful memories from your childhood and they could cure you through endless therapy sessions mulling over your past, but then they created some mental health drugs and suddenly psychotherapy was out of vogue. You just needed to go to a psychobablist, get a mental illness and get drugs for it that you would take for the rest of your life since your mental illness was not your fault. It was due to a biochemical imbalance even though they have no test that measures biochemistry in the brain. If they tell you to get up off your wimp ass, you're a loner stuck in your own head, only you can solve your mental problems in your head. They don't make money so they have to pretend they're wizards with special advanced wisdom that can help you. They lie in order to make money. The entire field of psychology is a fraud and a crime. They want drug addicts. You alone can cure yourself of any mental illness in your head. All mental health drugs are fraud. You heal yourself of an unpeaceful mind alone through what you do in your spirit. A drug can't do it. The psychology self-help lie and delusion. People have been writing life advice stuff since they created alphabets and writing systems. Go back to the three big Greek philosophers Plato, Aristotle, and Socrates and you see them starting to shovel the BS already. I was a naive college kid once who thought that there were people out in the world who knew more about human life than me. I chose psychology as my field because I sincerely wanted to learn about life and learn the secrets to be happy from the great masters. I was an intrinsic seeker and sucker for truth. I wanted to learn on my own beyond the classes I took. I thought at the time that my life's profession would be a psychology teacher, but I abandoned academia at about the age of 27 when I became enlightened and realized the entire social sciences was a bunch of convoluted bullshit about human life that you can condense into one sentence or paragraph, which is: the enlightened person realizes he or she has been sold a bunch of bullshit about life all their lives. They become free to stand outside the matrix and live their own lives according to their standards given by God at conception. I can look in on the matrix, be entertained by it and earn my living from it, but I will never buy into any of the system's bullshit, which covers everything from the crap I learned in grade school to that crap they call democratic government. Back then in the 1980s, one of the few options to get new ideas on life was to listen to alternative shortwave talk radio, which I did. Nowadays, everything is right there on the internet for any life or truth seeker. We had a special library at Dalhousie University called the Social Science Library. I remember going way in the back where I found journals from the 1870s and 1880s before the word psychology was invented. They called it mental life, mental hygiene, and stuff like that. Back then, there was no science attached to offering life advice. The intellectuals of the day wrote articles off the top of their heads offering life advice to the less sophisticated masses. These were good people who wanted to help others. The National Association of Mental Illness was created around 1910. Around 1923, several people got together and decided to create the fields of psychology, psychiatry, mental health, and mental illness, which they said would parallel the medical field, meaning they would create specific mental illnesses just like there are specific medical illnesses. From then on, they pledged to study psychology and human behavior as a science. The problem started when they realized they had to make money. Psychology went from a few good people trying to help the human race to a capitalist industry geared for profit. Nowadays, whenever you read any article from the hundreds of psychology journals, the vast majority of them are some kind of study loosely based on the scientific method, which is a fraud and a joke because people are a bunch of individual loners who cannot be studied scientifically. The term science of psychology is an oxymoron, but they're either too stupid to realize this or not honest enough to acknowledge that the entire field is based on fake knowledge. There is only one thing that's certain for every enlightened individual. You are a loner individual with your own unique consciousness/soul/essence or true nature. You discover it and live by it. Screw the rest of the world with its massive bullshit coming at you all the time from everywhere. Figure out how to earn a living without selling your soul to the capitalist patriotic religious pop culture matrix. When some asshole says a kid in school has ADHD or some adult is manic depressive, there is no real knowledge or science backing it up. The power they have is the same power that ancient sorcerers, witch doctors, and the Wizard of Oz had. They have the power of implanting the idea into you that they are superior to you with advanced, profound knowledge that you don't have, and they can help you. If you believe them, then you're a sucker, but don't feel bad. The vast majority of people are mightily brainwashed by the world system. I have my own standard of life that I was born with, that was inside of me as I was growing up, but was halfway covered over by the brainwash of the world. I kept constantly looking for truth until I realized the entire field of psychology is a bunch of messy, convoluted bullshit with no strong insight into the engine of how to live a great human life naturally without trying to be a successful, ambitious, capitalist clone which is artificial to any human being. I figured it out on my own. A great life comes from knowing who you are, then getting up most mornings, not all because you need rest, and taking your life for a good ride, doing what you love to do, releasing your natural energy with inspiration, gusto, and love for the process. That's the happiest person anywhere, not all those drones driving to work every day. The plain truth about enlightenment and inspiration versus the fake psychology self-help gurus. Fake self-help gurus, including the fake science of psychology, try to make life seem complicated and profound so they can control naive people and make money off them. What's so complicated about life? You either get up every day with some sense of natural inspiration and joy to do something and do it, or you're a lost soul, brainwashed nobody. That's pretty well it. Nobody can change your life. Your life is your natural state of being. Many self-help gurus talk about changing your thoughts and habits. That's impossible. You cannot change who you are unless your organic brain gets damaged through injury, drugs, alcohol, or dementia. The best you can do is be your natural self, live by your true nature. That's the highest order of enlightenment. All enlightened people have one basic thing in common. They live by their true natures away from the brainwash of the world. Some enlightened people make it a point to be aware of what's going on in the world, but it's not necessary because you're getting a lot of lies and other people's ideas if you tap into any kind of mainstream media, culture, so-called social science knowledge, etc. It's not ignorance is bliss for me. It's more like I know an evil empire runs the world, as I've written about in my activist book. They killed a lot of people, including JFK and Milk, both in broad daylight. They're kicking people off YouTube and Facebook who don't fit the agenda. There is no free speech when you're exposing evil, powerful people. Enjoy your life. Do something you're proud of almost every day. You need a sense of dignity about yourself. Manly P. Hall, as an old man, used to do lectures. He had that sense of dignity about himself that he talked about. You need to earn it for yourself by burning off natural energy given to you by God to feel like you're honoring an inner standard within yourself. Beyond making money, it's ego for many of the fake gurus, especially with the internet nowadays. I've seen self-proclaimed gurus in life, money, sex, and relationships who looked like they were under 25 years old. You cannot get true wisdom until you live for several years in the real world among people. An enlightened person analyzes their experiences day after day for several years to figure out the real world away from all that psychobabble they teach in college. When I went to college, I had plenty of bullshit deep conversations with my college friends while smoking dope. It was all bullshit by overzealous punks going through the self-centeredness of youth, thinking we had discovered the answers to life. The real answers are what you alone think and do every day. Are you positive and active? Neutral, following the system? Scared and inactive? Nobody can stop all these phony gurus online. Don't waste time on them. You know you're enlightened when your life is your true nature, you live by it and don't feel like there's anything in the world brain called TV, the internet, formal education, etc. that you need. It's just minor entertainment. Your life is yours to live greatly in your head and through what you do day after day. Have meaning for your life. A useful cause or action given to you by God at birth that keeps you active. Love, at least for animals, if you think humans suck. A kind heart. An ego that is outwardly meek. I think highly of myself, but around other people I act superficially meek on purpose because I don't want to deal with other people's egos or bullshit. Work on yourself. Be active on useful activities. Discipline to me is another word for bullshit. When I got sucked into going to military college at the age of 17, I didn't need or want their discipline. I was already an intrinsically inspired guy who loved my life. Their idea of discipline was an annoyance to my brainwashed 17-year-old self. You need to be able to look at everything with your bullshit meter going off in your mind. Find your purpose by trying different things. Get to work. Smile. Happiness comes from within. No can give it to you but you. Even when you fall in love like I have with people, you still have to earn your self-respect and well-being by yourself. Every time I ever fell in love with a person, the love hormones always wore off. Then I was sexually attracted to any attractive female I came across. This doesn't happen with pets. My love grows for a pet, but with romantic love, a man is wired for sex with many partners, so it's not natural to be sexually attracted to a woman for more than a few months without being sexually attracted to other women. It's only natural to fall out of love. Then many men try to hang on in a relationship even though they don't feel it anymore. Society says be monogamous. What are you going to be? The hero of your own life, like David Copperfield asked himself in Charles Dickens's novel. A free being bound by none, as Stephen Dedalus decided on in the last scene of James Joyce's novel Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. A conformist, beta wimp human being. Medium.com/the-mission/the-hyphen-self-gurus-hyphen-r-selling-hyphen-you-70D0639 ed 747. Chapter 2. What they say success and happiness are. Common sense mental health. Here are some ideas that I thought up as to what constitutes mental health or living a good life. Know your soul, essence, or purity as a human being and live by it, not allowing the world to brainwash you with its artificial values. Pay your own way through life, figure out an honest way to make money. Follow society's laws to stay out of trouble with law enforcement. Follow the moral laws of not lying, stealing, cheating, and sleeping around in order to avoid trouble with the people you deal with. Don't hurt or exploit other people, animals, or nature. Get along with people. You don't have to love them, just be able to go around in public without getting angry and starting a fight. Feel the emotions inside of you, control them, analyze them, understand them, ask yourself why you react negatively when you do. Be empathetic, try to sympathize with what others are going through. Seek out pleasure without hurting anything alive. Love at least one living thing, be it animal or human. Try different things to discover who you were born to be, what you were born to do by nature. Have a noble sensibility, strive to do tough, inspired things. Don't fall for the lie that you have a hidden, mysterious subconscious mind. Be an artist of your life, explore what you want. Create your life every day, don't believe in the lie that you're wounded by something from your past. Have fun. Live an interesting life for yourself, not for the standards of the world. Be cool and relaxed no matter what. It's your life alone in your own head. Be active mentally, spiritually, aesthetically, and hedonistically. You don't have to do exercise. That sounds Spartan. Be physically active. It's as simple as dancing or walking the dog. Always be aware of Dante Alighieri's first deadly sin, pride, ego, arrogance, vanity. Don't be concerned with what others might be thinking of you. Just be a good person within yourself. Benjamin Franklin said, "What others think of me is none of my business." Once you stop trying to impress people with how cool and successful you might be, you're free to be yourself away from the BS of the world. Eat healthy foods as close to their natural state as possible without being processed in a factory. Get enough sleep. Avoid contact with as many chemicals as possible, including drugs. I believe in drugs for pain control, but beyond that, they're largely a scam perpetrated on humanity. The idea that you need drugs to heal your ailments, make you feel better, etc. 2 biggest rules of success: work hard, help others get what they want. Capitalist ambitious success is about making money, getting rich, setting goals and working on them day by day in a Spartan way to reach your vision of success. Ultimately, these are society's definitions of success. True success is doing what you want all the time. If you want success in the capitalist world, I suggest you go on money.com and forbes.com, then maybe get some money and business books. I've seen this phenomenon in many young people and many immigrants from poor countries. It's like work, work, work for success. Work for what? What value do bigger houses, cars, and meaningless stuff have beyond their original function of basic shelter and transportation? I've studied success all the way back to Wallace D. Wattles in 1905. I watched Chris Angel on his magic show reveal the secret of success. Everybody says the same thing. There is no secret or gimmick. Number 1 is hard work. Number 2 is intelligent hard work. Don't pick a field where there isn't much money. Look at the trending business fields that are up and coming. Pick something from there, or pick something that everybody always needs, like food and gas for cars. Many smart people are not people-oriented people. The people who know how to deal with people and make them feel at ease are the successful ones. Dale Carnegie's book How to Win Friends and Influence People, yourcoach.be/blog/wp-content/upload/02014602/dale-carnegie-how-to-win-friends-influence-people.pdf, is about acting interested in the other person even if you're insincere about it. I used to watch classic old movies. Several times I saw them say the same thing. Nobody gives a crap about you unless you can be useful to them. That's the lesson. Old man Robert Schuller of the bankrupt Crystal Cathedral wrote several Christian self-help books that were all about one thing: fill a need. Help people solve a real problem and you'll make money. Don't waste time trying to be a musician or an artist. Look for something practical that helps people. YouTube.com, The 5 Keys to Mastery, Film Rise Documentaries. This is supposed to be a cool movie about success with rock stars, celebrities, and such. Here are some notes I got from the page. I don't think it should be so dead serious. I think you should understand the joy of it, the fun of it. George Leonard, author, Mastery. Most people don't even know what their calling was. When you find your calling, you just see what you're supposed to do and why. Surrender to your passion. Practice. Instruction. Intentionality. Itch. Find your passion. Practice, practice, practice. Get a teacher. Visualize. Play the itch. Transcendent optimism. Some mastery videos on YouTube. Are these better than any raw, get a goal, go to work one-dimensional capitalist success videos? The Secrets to Self-Mastery interview with Dr. John DeMartini. Actualize.org. Daniel Goleman on Focus, The Secret to High Performance and Fulfillment. As a Man Thinketh, James Allen full audiobook. Rising Sun. Robert Greene Mastery on Between the Lines. George Leonard, Awakening Your Body's Energies, excerpt. Kelly McGonigal, The Willpower Instinct talks at Google. Talks at Google. The 5 Mentalities of Mastery. Robin Sharma. Robert Greene, Mastery talks at Google. Talks at Google. Robin Sharma, How to Achieve Greatness, Mastery, and Enduring Fulfillment. Self-help success stuff is free at the library. There are no great secrets to life and making money other than work hard at something that makes money. Find hundreds of books at the library. Hashtag 155-158, Psychology Self-Help. Number 331, Money. Number 332, Jobs. Hashtag 650-59, mostly number 658, Business. There are thousands of success videos on YouTube. They all say the same thing. Have goals. Work hard with single-minded purpose. Be a nice person. Chapter 3. The system's life experts/gurus have steps and strategies. Why not live the ride freely? Dr. Phil, Father Knows Best saint, accused of sexual misconduct. Dr. Phil was accused of wrongful sexual conduct when he was working as a psychologist, which is probably why he left the psychobabble business and started a courtroom consulting business back in the day. He brands himself as Father Knows Best, good ol' American traditional values, just like Bill Cosby did, America's dad with 65 rape accusations. Do as I say, not as I do. He wrote a book called Life Strategies about 10 life strategies, but then had a later insight and wrote other self-help books. What am I supposed to do? Write these 10 life strategies down, put them in my pocket or on my cell phone, then pull them out in every situation and go through them to help me deal with that situation. There are no strategies to life. Your spirit living by innate intuition. Don't let them take that from you and cover it over with someone's bullshit. Inquisitor.com/3308962/dr-phil-hyphen-magraw-hyphen-scandal-hyphen-abuse-hyphen-of-hyphen-sexual-abuse-response. ParisHilton.com/dr-phil-accused-of-sexual-abuse. SealBitcha.com/64316/victim_speaks_out_dr_phils_sexual_abuse. SteveHarvey.com, The Black Guru. Started as a comedian. Went to TV host. Now a wise man. Full of advice on his website. Specializes in dating advice for women. He's had 2 or 3 divorces. Facebook.com/SteveHarvey. Twitter.com/IamSteveHarvey. Instagram.com/IamSteveHarveyTV. YouTube.com/user/officials/TevaHarvey. VaultEmpowers.com. SteveHarvey.com/inspiration. SteveHarvey.com/purpose-on-fire. SteveHarvey.com/inspiration/relationships. TonyRobbins.com, the world's biggest know-it-all. Personally, I know that you don't need to go to college to be wise, but we live in a world of credentials. This guy, calling himself Anthony and not Tony because it seems more sophisticated, has managed to fool a lot of people into thinking he is the grand self-help life coach wizard of the world, but he never went to college, so he's selling seminars at thousands of dollars a pop to a bunch of college grads who are so stupid that they don't realize no snake oil salesman is going to give them wisdom no matter how much money they pay. Tony Robbins' shtick is good common sense. Set some goals and work on them day by day. It's not worth money for his book, his tapes or his seminars, which I heard are $35,000 for his program at his Mastery University. He was on infomercials in the 1980s and 1990s selling his personal power package for $300, but what exactly was he selling? If you go on the website, they do a free assessment where they ask a number of questions, then at the end, they probably say your life could use some improvement, for X dollars we can help you. LinkedIn.com/in/AJ-Robbins. YouTube.com/user/Tony Robbins live. Instagram.com/Tony Robbins /?HL=N. TonyRobbins.com. Scientology wisdom. I used to live near a Scientology center. I got to know some of the Scientology guys. They tried to get me into the place where they hold some old-fashioned meters and pretend they're testing you for something called engrams, some evil spirits inside of you. From there, they want money for their self-help stuff, then they want you to volunteer. After that, they try to control you. They even punish people and they take it? Find Scientology documentaries online to see this ridiculous stuff. RichDad.com, Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki sold his Rich Man, Poor Man books through infomercials. The idea is about one thing. Working a job is for suckers. Do your own thing, run a business if you want to get rich. Figure out how to earn passive income like collect rent for houses you own. YouTube channel The Rich Dad Channel. Donald Trump's success books. Donald Trump is a talker and a showman. There is a documentary about him with the guy that ghost wrote his book The Art of the Deal. That's the real Donald Trump, a liar or delusional showman. I give him credit for not letting negative criticism get to him. He talks a lot about his life experiences with rose-colored delusions, portraying himself as better than he actually is, but all of us are like that. Donald Trump says go into business, do your own thing. Every situation is unique, which is why you cannot follow what other people did in other situations. Lifehack.org, the new generation of self-help meaninglessness. Lifehack.org is a self-help vehicle created by a wise-looking Asian guy. The parade of people offering life advice never ends. Go on YouTube, type in motivation or self-help. $6giland.tv, a free guy. He's a Canadian living in Acapulco. He posts up videos on his own website because YouTube was censoring him too much. About 20 people post videos there too. These people think outside the system. $6giland.com. AnnaRchapulco.com. How to make money anywhere. Have a skill that not many people can do that's kind of hard, like website designer, computer fixer, plumber, electrician. The more difficult the task, the more money you get. Being able to do what others cannot is what makes you valuable. The more difficult and in demand your skills are, the higher your pay will be.